Fragrance haul. Yeah, fragrance haul time. Yep, I bought more fragrances. I got more fragrances, and let's open them and let's try them. And there's actually one in here that I've been wanting to try. Actually, two in here I've been wanting to try a lot, and that's these two. Hugo Boss Bottled Oud. I've been wanting to try this forever. And also Gucci Intense Oud, one of the best designer ouds of all time. So yeah, let's just crack into these. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video today, and today we have a fragrance haul video. My favorite video ever because it feels like Christmas every time I get new fragrances in. And yeah, we're gonna be opening 5 different boxes today, and 2 boxes actually came from our today's sponsor, PERFUMERONLINE.CA. They are a fragrance discount store based in Canada. They have amazing prices on designer fragrances for sure. I've actually checked and compared to a lot of other websites on the market, and their prices sometimes cheaper or at the very minimum competitive. And their fragrance selections in terms of designer fragrances are quite massive as well. So yeah, check them out, link below. All right, so the 2 that came from PERFUMERONLINE.CA, let's open those 2 first. Of course, we have Boss Bottled Oud. It's one that I've been wanting to check out for a long time now. And we have Luna Rosa Carbon by Prada. And this one I put off getting for the longest time, simply because I already own Sauvage, I own Dylan Blue, so I don't ever feel like grabbing another Sauvage derivative. But yeah, since they offered to sponsor this video, I decided it's a good time as any to grab this one. So let's open the Boss Bottled Oud first, because I'm dying. I'm like excited for this one. It's like Boss Bottled Intense, but with oud. Captain Obvious over here. But yeah, it's just as the name suggests, it is Boss Bottled with oud. There's something rich and syrupy in terms of the sweetness in here as well, like a thick kind of syrupy apple. Instead of the apple coming across a little bit more on the warm side, it's coming across a little bit more on the sticky sweet side when it comes to the Boss Bottled Oud. I quite like it, but do I prefer it over Boss Bottled or Boss Bottled Intense? I would say absolutely no, I don't prefer it over those. And in terms of being a fall time fragrance, I would probably reach for Boss Bottled Intense over this one, at least for right now, in first impression anyway. This is exactly like the name suggests. It's dead on and it's really good. Really good. This actually makes me excited to try the other 2 offerings that's in the same line. I think it was like Oud Aromatic and then Oud Saffron or something. There'll be a picture right here. And having tried this one, my excitement level on those just went up. All right, so next, Luna Rosa Carbon. This one is Prada's take on Dior Sauvage. I mean, am I excited? I guess so. Is it gonna be good? I know it's gonna be good because it's a Sauvage derivative. It's gonna smell really pleasant. It's gonna smell very mass appealing. And being it's a Prada fragrance, it's gonna have a clean touch to it. I can already predict it, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, it is exactly how I said it. Yeah, this is Sauvage, but very much brighter, like brighter, more white t-shirt, more clean, more Prada professional office kind of vibe. I can see why a lot of people prefer Luna Rosa Carbon over Dior Sauvage, and that's simply because it is so much more easier to take in. It's not as scratchy, it's not as synthetic, not as strong. It's just softer, easy to wear, more officey, more, I guess, safe and appealing in that regards. But yeah, it does have its own kind of look to it. I would say out of all these Sauvage derivative, I would say that Luna Rosa Carbon is the best one out of all these Sauvage derivatives so far for me. And that's simply because it really has its own DNA. Even though it's copying Sauvage to a huge extent, you can still feel the Prada-ness in this fragrance. You can feel the clean, the office, the smooth kind of clean suit DNA that's in this fragrance as well. And big props to Prada for adding their own touch to this and not just blatantly ripping off Dior Sauvage. We'll come back to this, but I don't think it's gonna change much in the dry down, but we'll come back to this anyway. Next one, man. Next one is the one that is so expensive now. Best designer oud from a lot of people's recommendation. I personally have never smelled it. Yeah, but a lot of people recommend this one. It was a lot cheaper back when I used to live in Alaska. But of course, I was in Alaska at the time. I wasn't gonna blind buy a lot of stuff. But yeah, Gucci Intense Oud. This was the hype back in the day. If you guys remember, if you guys been around, you guys know this fragrance. If you guys are new, probably never heard of it. So this fragrance used to be on the very affordable side. I was saying $50 range, but now it's $150 or like, well, 110 to 150, that price range. So not cheap at all. I did buy it for that price, by the way, because people kept telling me it's so good and I'm just missing out. I don't like missing out. So yeah, I spent the money. The cap is a little bit of like, yeah, it's like a little lantern or something like that. Looks kind of cool there. So how do you open this? Moment of truth. Wow. Wow. Wow, that is nice. Holy cow. It's such a soft, subtle, dusty oud, but so well done. It's so simple, but so well done and so beautiful at the same time. It's just, again, it's immediately calming, immediately soothing. This fragrance takes me places. Wow. Now, the one thing I will say right off the top here, I smell something very similar to Black Afghano by Nasamato, but much more toned down, because I remember Black Afghano. I have a sample of it and it's strong, man. That thing is rich, it's thick, it's hashy. But yeah, this one has that same vibe, but much more beautifully done, in my personal opinion. In terms of wearability, we'll come back to this, but I'm extremely, extremely impressed. Next, let's open this box here, Atelier's Cologne. This is the gift set with 3 of them in here. I bought this actually from Bradley from the channel Triple Ink. He's not around anymore. He's doing other things now, but these are the fragrances that sits inside here. Oh, I don't want to drop this, but here you go. All the fragrances here. I'm not gonna smell all of them. I already know what all of them smell like. We have here Cedrat, En Revant. I don't know how to pronounce that. Pomelo Paradis and Orange Sanguine. So 3 fragrances in this little travel case right here. I love all of them, to be honest with you. My favorite has to be Pomelo Paradis because I love the grapefruit in here. Orange Sanguine is like a really fresh, really nice, like a straight up orange, a fresh orange fragrance. Yeah, Pomelo Paradis is a little bit more on the elegant side. It's a little bit sweeter in my personal opinion and thicker as well. But if you like grapefruit, you're gonna like Pomelo Paradis. And Cedrat, En Revant, please tell me how to pronounce that correctly. This one is like a mojito kind of fragrance, very fresh cocktail, and this one's my favorite to wear when it comes to just spraying on something to make you feel refreshed. So it's kind of similar to Dior Cologne. Next one here is from the House of Siam 1928. It's a very special fragrance right here. A Thai house, which is really something I'm proud of because Thai perfumery is up and coming. There's a lot more new houses now, and I'm so happy to see Thailand get into fragrances. And I have to tell you, out of all the Thai houses that I've tried, a lot of them tend to have their own kind of unique feel as well. Like, you know, Middle Eastern have their own kind of unique way of doing perfumery. They focus on the oud, the saffron, the rose. European style fragrances are much more softer, I guess, and they have its own kind of style of making perfumes. And Thai have their own inspiration as well. So if you want to dip your nose into a fragrance world that you may not be used to, even if you're a connoisseur, you've tried thousands of fragrances, I would say Thai perfumery is gonna open your eyes to something new, even for someone who's experienced. And this house, Siam 1928, is one of the houses I would say you should start with. Alongside another one, Stranger's Perfumery is also really good. But yeah, today we're talking about their newest launch, Asan. Yeah, right here. And it's based off the ocean, mermaids and the ocean. Let's smell this. That's the bottle. Wow, it's very traditional Thai kind of perfumery smell to it. It has some kind of an incensey touch to the C notes, and the C notes in here comes across very, I would say, not by the seaside type of C notes, but very oceanic type of C notes. You feel the deep sea. You feel some florals that's in here. You feel a light touch of like something incensey that's in here as well. Very well crafted, and again, it's so hard for me to convey how unique this fragrance is because it's just the way the notes are used in here. It's just so different from European or Middle Eastern style perfumery. You just have to get your nose on this to find out what Thai perfumery is all about. But it is unique, man. It's so unique. It's fantastic. Deep blue. Very artistic. I would say this one, in terms of wearability, I would say a lot of you guys here in the Western world might not find this one too wearable. And that's very understandable because it's a little bit on the richer side, heavy on that kind of smoky, incensey vibe in here. So yeah, really nice though. The floral in here, very beautifully done as well. I like everything about this fragrance so far, but we'll get back to this one again to see the dry down. Let's go through the rest of our fragrances that we smelled and wrapped up this video. Yeah, this one's opening up a little bit more now. The oud, the sticky sweetness is going away. And what's coming through now are just the general Boss Bottle DNA. There's still some residue of sticky sweetness that kind of holds everything together. But all in all, you're starting to get now that Boss Bottle DNA coming to the forefront here. And I would say for this fragrance, I prefer the dry down over the opening. It definitely gets more beautiful, more opens up in the dry down. So yeah, really nice one right here. I do suggest this one highly. If I were to rank this in the top 10 fall oud fragrances designer wise, this easily in the top 5. Check this one out. If you've been on the fence about it, check it out. And on PERFUMERONLINE.CA, of course, very good price on this one. Next is Luna Rosa Carbon. Yeah, it smells the same. It smells the same. I did not expect this to have any form of development because Sauvage doesn't really have a form of development. Dylan Blue doesn't really have a form of development. Those fragrances tend to be more linear. They might smell heavier in the beginning, but then they dry down to the same smell, just weaker. And that's what I'm getting here with Luna Rosa Carbon. I would say though, off the tester strip, I don't think it's gonna last as long as Dior Sauvage or Dylan Blue because it lacks that kind of heaviness, the heavy DNA that's in both of those two fragrances. This one again leans more fresh, more white t-shirt, and they might have sacrificed a little bit in the tenacity or the longevity of the fragrance here. But yeah, still a very nice one. And I stand by what I said in the opening is that this, out of all the Sauvage derivative, is my favorite because it has the most character, it stays true to the brand of Prada. Next one right here is the Gucci Intense Oud. It's so nice, man. Every time I put my nose on this one now, it's like, yeah, it's really, really nice. It's starting to open up a little bit more as well. It's starting to become a little bit richer, a little bit thicker. I would still say it's quite a linear experience with this fragrance. What you get in the opening is what you're gonna get in the dry down, just a little bit weaker over time kind of thing. But yeah, it's really, really nice, really nice. Is it worth $150? No, I would say no, not that much. But if you can grab this for retail price, like 90 bucks or $110, somewhere around that range, I would say still grab it before it's all gone completely because it is really, really, really that good. But 150, 140, that's stretching it a little bit. But if you really ask me, you're looking for a really nice oud designer fragrance or the best oud designer fragrance on the market, this is a top contender. Right now, off the top of my head, definitely in the top two, top three best designer oud fragrance just off of first impression here. So yeah. All right, last one we're gonna revisit is the Asan. The floral is starting to come out now. The C-note starts to go away. Man, the floral is so beautiful. I think it's white floral, but I really can't remember. It smells of white floral. I think it's jasmine that's in here, but it's so, so nice. I don't think they have notes written down. Oh yeah, I should probably show you guys as well the box art that's in here. Very, very nicely packaged. Huh, beautiful. I'll make a video on this brand later, like at its own separate video, but very proud of this house, especially being a Thai house as well. Extremely, extremely, extremely proud. It's been a really good haul. All of them here smell really good. The Ateliers, the Luna Rosa Carbon, the Thai fragrance, the Gucci Intense Oud, Boss Bottle Oud. Great pre-Christmas fragrance haul. So yeah, big success. All right, guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Leave down in the comment section below which fragrance you bought recently. I want to know what you guys have been getting in the mail. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.